could this be here would make you reminisce. Sitting back, pondering, wondering if this really it. I'm really it. Everyone told me since I was just a jit that I would make a difference. Like instantly started making hits. July 25th, moms and pops received the gift. That was me, the golden child, the black sheep. Now I'm grown and proud. Pops died, I was 12 or 13. Turned the crib at 13. That was some niggas' worst dream. Older sis was 16, older brother was 19. I looked up to him, I felt he taught me the right thing. I was skipping school and hanging all night on that night scene. Flipping packs, stealing cars and breaking in houses for nice things. Future looking blit, past colder than ice cream. Mom's throwing fits and I'm fighting and serving crack fiends. Where I'm from, you either the hustler or the doer. Had a fetish for cash and too much pride to be a doer. But don't get it twisted, I seen them hustlers turn to doers and doers turn to hustlers. That's the life in the sewer. My granny is my rock, she knew her grandbabies was rulers. So I'ma forever show my respect I ever knew ya. Hallelujah. To God. Allah. To God. Elohim shit, nigga. Meditation. Hey look, malicious wounded, saw the battery as a jury charge. In and out of police cars, ain't never gonna respect the law. Expect the law to shoot you in your back and flip your closest friend. Claiming that you tellin' and you'll never see his fam again. Niggas fall for everything, how you stand for anything? Niggas trippin' in they rain, I'm dry and catching them again. Cause I done live a hard life, my hands I play my cards right. In that kitchen all night, turning salt to that hard white. I'm alright, but Logan, powder blue up on that left side. Crippin' with my south side hitters, but I'm from west side. Yes, I'm riding on any vision in my eyes. My mind spiritual didn't help to be baptized. Skinny dip is swimming that lake of fire like 4 times. Flesh still attached, but I'm burning all on that inside. Sit back, thinking and concentration and no mind. No lie, truthfully, honestly, I'm the
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Welcome back, brother. The mad scientist in the house.
Peace, peace.
Well, as you can see, we got a new series we start, and it's called Impact of Today. And you're gonna do the very first episode, okay? Iron Sharpens Iron Productions and LDC to Collab. You're gonna give us what you call the title of it: the effect of slavery on today. You know, pretty much everybody knows who you are, so I'm just gonna turn it all over to you, and I'm just gonna sit back and listen.
Let's go. Okay. This is the intro. First, I would like to say that I'm not teaching this to hate Europeans, but I'm teaching this to our people to show them why we are in these conditions today, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Also, I'm not teaching this for us to play victim, but to understand the systematic agenda and effects that was put on us so that we can start to reverse the cycle by reaching the youth before the agenda does. And what I'm saying is, so many people are trying to get rid of the slave history we have, but not understanding that we never got rid of it in reality. It still affects us to this day. It's still the cause of a lot of our situations and problems and traumas that we have, and passed down stuff that we haven't got rid of. And the only way to get rid of cycles is to teach the youth, because once we get to a certain age, we become stubborn. So the youth is the goal. That's the key to get us started. All right. What I mean by slavery effects: the oppressive tradition and religions are parts of slavery effects. Not only is white supremacy and self hate a part of slavery effects, also, but so are traditions. Tradition, as far as a holiday, which is in fact are not our people. The food we eat, our name, and education are all from the oppressor, which comes from slavery. The master took away your identity and gave you theirs. So when that first generation of slave forgot who they really were and started becoming their oppressor by following the master tradition and forced to accept the master name and their religion, they would then only teach the next generation child the oppressor ways, which goes down every generation after. I call it generational slave effects. So what I'm saying is, we understood when we first came off the boats and they first enslaved the people here. we knew who we were. That's why we kept rebelling. That's why we kept. But so what happened is they mentally and spiritually attacked us, and then they forced us to teach our children, the next generation, something else. So by the time I got to the third, fourth generation, we thought it was okay. We live into a day era where we think this is regular life. We forgot about what happened. We forgot about all the way to Jim Crow. We forgot about the sharecropping. We forgot about the civil rights movement. We forgot about the crack era. You know, we forgot about what we call the drill music now. All these are effects and agendas that happen that we keep falling into because we don't understand what the agenda is against us. Okay, mental slavery. This is written by me because I want to break down what I mean when I say mental slavery. Right, the body follows the mind. When a person has you mentally enslaved, then you are automatically physically enslaved. How can you physically unite a nation when you mentally confuse who your nation is? How can you physically free yourself when you are mentally believe you are already free? You can be physically enslaved, but you are mentally free. I mean, hold on, my bad. You can be physically enslaved, but if you are mentally free, you will eventually physically free yourself. And let me stop right there so I won't confuse the people. Mentally, if you are free, you will eventually physically free yourself because you know you're not free. But if you mentally believe that you're free, you'll never physically free yourself, you'll never mentally free yourself, and you'll never spiritually free yourself. When I say physically, it does not mean that you have to be in chains or shackles. It means physically you are following the system of what your oppressor set to keep you enslaved. One way is hatred of another, which makes us kill each other by violence, selling drugs in our community, and other things like abortion. We meant to believe it's okay, so mentally we must break the system to be physically free. Look at our generation today. Killing, violence, drill music is the norm now. Women talking about taking Plan B, having abortions, saying this is my body. Men don't have no say so. It's normal now. I know people that have went to these clinics and said this girl's 18, 20 years old. They don't have 5 abortions already. Not knowing that this physically messes them up. So when they want to have children later on, it can mess them up in the inside. It can cause cancer. It can do a lot of different things. But I'm not gonna get into that right now. But you understand. All right. So I've reason I speak on things like this because I go into different platforms. I go into different comments. I go see, look around, see what people are saying when I see certain things. And I've seen people speak on slave names, and they say, "Well, what is that?" It's people these generations don't even know what this means. They just think it's something that people say. So we're gonna, and on this platform, we prove slave names come from when you were enslaved on a plantation, and you took the slave master name. That's what that means. So everybody that was a slave on that plantation most likely had the slave master last name. Okay, that's why you have different types of last names as black people, and you say, "Hey, how's they name Johnson and they name Johnson and they name John? They ain't even the same family." Because that's why. Hey, why was white family called Johnson? These black family called Johnson, but they're not Kent. That's why. Okay, slave names, slave narrative. A slave narrative. Let me tell you what that is. It is when they interviewed the last bit of slaves in 1930. Go to slave narrative, slave interviews. It was people who was teenagers, children, teenagers who was in the end, who was still enslaved and witnessed the end of it. And they was interviewed in 1930. Many of them was 80 to 90 to 100 years old, and they spoke on their experience. So this is a man right here who's speaking on slave name, former slave Richard Toller. What we had to realize as black people of slavery, we lost our true name and was given last names. After the master, or by the master called slave names, interview of former slave James Tolliver, I think his age was 88 if I'm not mistaken, was born on Master Toller plantation. Then in Old Virginia, my papa name was George Tyler and my mama Lucy Tyler. We got our name from the owner. That is directly out the mouth of him. So anybody try to explain or ask what this means, let them know that this is a real thing that really happened and this was they mean when they say slave name. Okay? So this is something that's been passed on. And when you get a slave name, what happens? You lose your real name. And a lot of times it's hard to determine where it comes from. So we got people out here. We'll look at some people named us from another Africa, indigenous people. We say, hey, these people got weird names, but that was your name at one point in time. Okay, example of things we do today that came from slavery. Now this is what I really wanted to speak on too. This is part of the slave effect that we do every single week, especially as a religious people called Christians. This is what we do. A lot of things we do as so-called black people that were introduced during slavery. Example, the slave worked all week. Then on Saturday, the master let them drink, dance, and party. After that, on Sunday, they went to church. Now tell me, what does that sound like? Do we do that to this day? Yes, we do. Because it was programmed for us to do this. In church, when I went to church, we always, oh, you party all week. Saturday you work all week. Saturday you have fun. Friday maybe have fun. Sunday you go pray and ask for forgiveness for everything you did that week, and you start over. That's what a Christian did as when I grew up as a Baptist. Okay. Also, so-called freedom. We kept the cycle because that's all we knew. It is a reason you commit all these types of sin Saturday, then believe you can go to church Sunday and pray for forgiveness just to repeat the next week. The slave master made it that way. Okay, because a lot of them knew what type of people we were. The things that we followed. That's why they changed days. That's why they switched things up to confuse us and hurt us, to get us to really stop worshiping the Most High and worship their deities. Okay. Interview, and like again, I like to prove these things. This is another slave narrative. So we're going to go into our ancestors and let them explain people who are actually in these conditions. Interview former slave Marshall Butler, age 88. Clubbing and going to church came from slavery. I sure like Saturday nights. That was our day to howl, and we howled. Our girls sure could dance, and when they was thirsty, we drank lemonade and whiskey. The folk broke up about 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. We put on our church clothes and Saturday. We put on our church clothes on Sunday and go to church. So, what does that sound like to this day? We most go to clubs when they ended 2, 3 in the morning. And then what you do? You wake up early at 8, 9 o'clock. Go to okay. Self hate, the origin, what it means, and how it affects us today. This is what I call racial self hate. Okay. Um, when you hate your skin and your features so much that you would pretend or wish to be another race and hate anyone that has your same color and similar features. The condition on how you live plays a part also, but the origin is from a time before and after slavery when you were made fun of. Your hair, your nose, your lips, your skin, and where you wish you could change them. And when we got a chance, we did. What do I mean by that? When you see stars, what's the first thing they do when they get rich? They start changing their features. They change their nose. They change their hair color. They bleach
Yep.
their skin. You see what I'm saying? This is a directly thing of self hate. What is self hate? Hate is something that you don't like about yourself. You want to say something, I'm.
No, no, I'm just
Oh no,
agreeing with you.
you good. You want to say something? You could be.
No, no, I was agreeing with you
Oh,
because you
okay,
was right
okay.
on point with that. Right on point.
Yeah. Do you know they change your features? Look at little Kim. Little Kim was beautiful when she was younger. I'm not gonna put her down, so I'm not gonna say what she looked like. But I'm just saying, anybody know, that what she doesn't look the same. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, Michael Jackson. All these
Yeah,
people.
especially Michael. I know you had to
Yeah,
say Michael.
Yeah, Michael, and so much other people we might don't really know because they may ain't go as deep, but you could tell they kind of defined their bone. They might have changed their nose a little bit. If you go back to their
Hmm.
old pictures, you look it down, you will eventually tell like, oh wait a minute, something ain't right. They kind of did. How she look like this and she's 60 years old and still look young. Like this is what they're doing,
Hmm.
you know.
Hmm.
And this comes from directly from slavery at times when the high yellow people at a time were pushed at a higher class. Some of them even played acted as white people because of their father, and they could pass. What do we call it? Passing. You know what I mean? After slavery, many of them became slave masters. After that, you had a point of time where they were telling you ugly. You got nappy hair, your nose big, this and that, your hair. You know what I mean? So we started what straightening our hair. We started wanting to. That's how it started becoming. Straighten our hair, then the wig came, then the straightening comb came, then the wig came, then the makeup came, then the bleach came. So all this stuff started coming to make you more and not what you hate. Because again, self hate is something that you don't like about yourself. If I don't like my nose and I change it because I hated my nose, if I didn't, just you have to be in deep hate or not like something so bad that you want to change it physically to really to go to surgery and risk your health. Okay,
Yep,
this is
you're
this is
absolutely
part of the
correct with
history.
that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
this is part of the history now. This is showing proof of history of what happened. Okay. This called see the picture I got black hair history, discovering our roots. This is you see the straightening hair. I'm gonna tell you at a time when I was a teenager, when people used to do my hair, the first thing, oh your hair is so nappy, you're breaking my comb. And you know what I did? I went that boy perms. I straightened my hair out. Girls all he got the fine hair, he got the pretty hair, this and
Hmm.
that. Whole time, I'm doing stuff to change it to make myself fit in with society, you know what I'm saying, that I shouldn't have. And that stuff damages your hair. That stuff stop women a lot of women have cut their hair off, permed it when this dye was out, and it was
Hmm.
damaging their hair so much their hair never grew back. That's why a lot of women wear wigs. That's why a lot of the women got alopecia. It comes
Exactly.
from that era.
Hmm.
All right, women slaves were made to cover their hair. Now, people don't know back in the day when you seen pictures of women covering their hair, this is why, and people don't know this. They used the word wool to disgrace our hair. Plus, the
Hmm.
European woman made our women cover their hair and being jealous because the husbands were so attracted to the slave woman. Now,
Wow.
everybody knows that they was a mixing up. You know what I'm saying? They were so
Hmm.
attracted to our hair. We had the long hair. We had the beautiful hair. We just don't see it now because we damaged it. The
Yep.
lighter slaves after slavery were in a higher class in American society. They even owned plantations.
Hmm.
Later, it comes to straightening a comb and perms, making the darker ones feel like they had to have. I mean, they had to have it to be accepted as the so-called high yellows
Hmm.
were. See, to keep the high yellow and the dark skin to stay divided, they treated one better than the other. And by telling the high yellow that they were more beautiful because they resembled the European, made the darker feel the only way to be beautiful is to make their self look as much European as they could.
Hmm.
Okay, so what do I mean? But this is why when we talk about the Willie Lynch thing, people
High
say,
yellow
"Well,
woman.
yeah." The people say Willie Lynch. How did they make the old hate the young? How did they make the black hate the yellow? How did this is what they did because they took people and put them in different classes. They took
Hmm.
people, put you in the house, put you in the field, and they separate. They even did. I'm gonna show you something else that they did. Let me show. I'm sure it's gonna be after this. But this is Malcolm X. This is one of the greatest things he said. The
Hmm.
slave master no longer has to whip, shoot, lynch, rape, poison, and brainwash you. He has taught you to do it yourself.
Taught you to do it yourself.
Because when you hate yourself, you hate anything that resembles you. Remember in
Hmm.
the movie, I believe it was Boys in the Hood, where the
Hmm.
black cop pulled him over. He said, "I hate you. I hate your black skin. I hate everything about you." He started, and he was blacker than the person he talking to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know they
Because
made a
he
mock of it
resembled,
in another movie. They
yeah,
said, you know,
Menace to
black.
Society
I
was
hate
breaking,
Wesley Snipes, that black
yeah,
ass nigga.
yeah, because you know why he hated it so much? Because it resembled him, and he
Mm-hmm.
hated who he was. So
Mm-hmm.
he hated looking at you because you made him look at himself in the mirror. And this goes on to this day. Okay, the greatest effect of self hate is self oppression.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our communities are oppressed by our own people. We are the number one in murders of ourselves through rap music, gangs, and drugs. We are oppressing ourselves, and the reason it would be almost impossible to stop it because our oppressor is our own family and children today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all ain't hear me now. Y'all ain't hear me. Our own oppressors is our own family and children today.
Yep.
When you go outside and you see 12-year-olds hanging around you, they ain't gonna play basketball no more. They ain't playing with toys. They will shoot you down. And this
Yeah.
be for real, okay?
It's sad. It's sad too.
The answer is to re-educate the youth before the effects reach them and reverse it so that they don't want to harm their own people anymore. The cure for self-hate is love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, self-hate is self-love. The perfect example is in the '60s when they did what? Black is beautiful, black and proud, because they created a self-love. When Elijah did it in the 1930s, even
Mm-hmm.
though it doesn't fit the criteria now. When he did it, he was doing it to combat white supremacy and to uplift black people. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it was an uplifting of black people to say, yeah, you gods. You ain't just a nigga. You not just a slave. You not just a nobody on the streets. You not ugly. You're beautiful. You're God.
Mm-hmm. Build a
You see what I'm
self-esteem
saying?
back up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is something a lot of people don't know. They created self hate between each other in slavery. Now this is see hate towards each other started during slavery, making a slave beat their own slaves. I mean other slaves, my bad, which
Mm-hmm.
created hate between each other. This is why they know how to keep us divided through practice of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Example, interview of former slave Will Adams, born 1857. Young Master Tom, my special master, my pa. Now excuse the language because this is when they interview these people, they do got a translation for them, but I want to make it realistic. This is how these people talk. Okay, all right. Special master, my pa was a leader on the farm. There was no overseer. When my pa whip a nigga, he needed to go to the master Dave. But pa say, "Go your way, free man. Don't whip you for nothing." Okay,
Wow.
so this is just showing you that they had an overseer type of Negro over top of the other slaves who they would get to whip you. So
Mm-hmm.
what does that cause? That causes hate for their own people.
Hatred towards your own type.
But a lot of them would try not to do it. But if they got caught not doing it, guess what would happen to them?
They be on the whipping block too.
You see what I'm saying? So, and then when I say they understood this for practicing on us, if you have a people for that long, um, you take their children, you take the father away. So you know when a father ain't in the home, you know what happens. You take
Mm-hmm.
the mother away. When the mother ain't around, you see what happens. You know, you separate the children from the family, from the mother or the father. You see the trauma that it causes them. You see what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So they understood all these different things because they experimented all these different things on us. Okay, white supremacy and how it caused black supremacy. Okay, white supremacy. My definition. People get mad when I say my definition. Listen, we make our own definition all the time. We know
Mm-hmm.
dog don't mean ain't no ain't we know when we say dog in the hood, we ain't talking about no four legged animal. We know when we say dogs in the hood, we talk about our homies. So don't act like we don't make our own definitions up, okay?
My dog, what's up?
Exactly. White supremacy is a system created by a slave master to create supremacy of one people over another through religion, education, and images. First, they had to get us to accept the black and white racial terms. Second, they taught us the things that are white is good and pure, and the things black are evil. Lastly, they had to give you a God that looks like them and a religion that taught you to obey them. Also, if you
Mm-hmm.
ever want
Mm-hmm.
to be in a better condition that you are in is going to be when you die, and only if you are a good slave. Even though the ones telling you this are the same people that put you in that condition.
That's right.
You y'all hear me?
Right.
The same people that's telling you, hey, if you be a good slave, you're gonna be in a better condition. When these people had could put you in a better condition in the physical form, is they didn't want you to, because they want you to believe that the only way you're going to get blessed is when you die. Okay. And today we believe this stuff. Today we believe somebody come to save us. Today we believe, oh, the only way we when we go to heaven is gonna be better than earth. This is
Hmm.
the stuff that they taught us. When you can have a good condition here and then wait till you pass to worry about the stuff when you pass. Okay.
Yeah.
Black supremacy. Now I'm gonna read this what Dr. King said first. Black supremacy is as dangerous as white supremacy. And God is not interested in merely in the freedom of black men, brown men, and yellow men. God is interested in the freedom of a whole human race and the creation of society. We are men will live together as brothers, and all men will respect the dignity and the worth of a human person. Personally, that
Hmm.
was his dream. We know it ain't all the way happening. We know some of the things are getting better. As the thing. But yes, I believe in all freedom of all people. I don't believe nobody should be a slave. That's just me. But
Yeah, me too.
when I
Believe no
say,
one should be a slave.
yeah, when I say black supremacy is created by white supremacy, black supremacy is just a counterattack against white supremacy, and black supremacy is just as bad. Why do I say this? Because me and DA was talking about it earlier. When you're teaching from a supremacy standpoint, you're teaching from a bad standpoint. So when you find something in history that kinds of make you look bad, you try to ignore it. You try to justify it instead of showing it as historical. Because everybody in history has done bad. Everybody race in history has done bad. It has a bad history in some type of era. You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And this is what black supremacy and white supremacy do. It tries to make you. It tries to make you a great history and never and throw away all the bad history and try to make it seem like that. Oh, you was always just a good people. Okay.
Hmm.
And no Israelites should believe that because we already know we won't. We was put in so many conditions because we want good people all the time. So,
Hmm. Matter
okay.
of fact,
Firstly, yeah.
before you go on, let me read what Smash and Adam said. He says, I can sum up black supremacy, black Christian camps.
Oh, huh.
You're absolutely correct.
I'm glad he said that. I'm
Hmm.
glad he said that because that's what NOA, I mean NOI, the Hebrew camps, all of my black supremacists who teaches through religion.
Hmm.
Okay, now one I believe that taught at a time where they kind of needed it. The other one is kind of it's kind of old and just need to update on it. So firstly, because black supremacy does the same in history and religion, creating a false narratives that make black people seem superior. Secondly, black supremacy will make you turn your back to a black person while watching a white person just for you to be stabbed in the back.
Hmm.
Lastly, it's a fake ego booster that doesn't help our people get out of these conditions, but create an imagination power structure. Now, let me go to the second one first. We're talking about stabbing in the back. Now, Marcus Garvey, Huey P. The Black Panthers, Malcolm X, um, many other we can name. Who destroyed them? It was their own people
Own
becoming
people.
agents,
Yep.
infiltrating them. Go back and look. Black agents. I got something called the Black Agents took down Marcus Garvey too. I can show that one day. I'm gonna show
Hmm.
that one day of the Black Agents and who they were and what they did to take this man down. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I mean when I say that. Don't look at a person because he look just like you and think he for you. Don't
I
look at a
don't know.
person because he ain't
I
don't
don't
look like
know.
you and think he ain't for you. You know. Lastly, the ego booster. Now, what I said lastly is the fake ego booster that doesn't help our people out these conditions, but create an imaginary structure power. All these people that saying power, black power, this is where is the power at? Because power's in economics, power's in land,
Hmm.
power's in controlling your laws.
Mm-hmm.
Power's in your military.
Mm-hmm.
What power do you have? All you have is talking shit power. Excuse my
Mm-hmm.
language. That's all you have is talking power. That's it. You have no other power. Okay, so stop acting like it. Stop giving people imaginary power. If you want power, let's go get it. Meaning, let's build up economics. Let's build up. Let's put up a bad land. We got a black the new Black Wall Street in Georgia right now. When they ask the black businesses to come down there and help create a Black Wall Street,
Mm.
but nobody speak on that.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want black power, you had to create it through black economics, black land, create your own laws to be able to create. I mean, that's going to be hard to do. I mean, so
Simple black
that
stick together.
yeah. Okay, now I don't know if anybody ever heard of this. The dog test, legal defense fund. In 1940, psychologists Kenneth and Mary Clark designed and conducted a series of experiments known as dang, I forgot this word. Colloquy, something like colloquially or
That's a
something like
tongue twister there, boy.
that. Yeah. As the dog test is a study of psychological effects on segregation on African American children. Dr. Clark used the dogs identical except for color to test children racial perceptions. They are subject children between the ages of 3 to 7 were asked the identity of both race of the dogs and which color dog they preferred. A majority of children preferred the white dog and assigned positive characteristics to it. Clark concluded that pre um, prejudice, discrimination, and segregation created a feeling of inferiority among African American children and damaged their self esteem. So what this means is they took the children, had a test, they put the black dog out, the white dog out.
Mm-hmm.
Most people pick the white dog because they say, "Oh, she's pretty because she got white skin, or she's pretty because she got straight hair, or this and this
Mm-hmm.
and that."
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
when they talked about the black dog, they talked about it in a negative form. You see what
Yep.
I'm saying? So this is what we mean when we say white supremacy. White supremacy is meant to teach you to hate yourself and look at this race as inferior to you, as
Mm-hmm.
godly to you. Now I bet you people don't know about this. This is a tribe, right? That worships King Philip, right? This is I think this is New Guinea, one of the tribes of New Papua New Guinea. Now King Philip and the British, went to these places. Um, and when he left, these people thought he was some type of god that was part of their story. This is what they say. You know what I'm saying? So they end up supposed to have worshipped him and thinking he's supposed to come back, right? So he found this out and he sent pictures to them, and now they hold his pictures. I think he's
Mm.
dead now, but I think his son comes to visit them. But the
Wow.
Pacific Island tribe who worship Prince Philip as a god has celebrated his son's coronation with a portrait of new king members of the new king, members of the Castum people who live on Vanuatu's Tanna Island, declared that Charles was the son of our people. I mean, of our power, as they
Mhm.
were presented with his portrait ahead of the coronation. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, this is what me breaking down what the custom is because this is one of the things I want people to see. The English Captain James Cook was the first European to visit Tanna in the 1774, followed by missionaries in the 19th century. In the mid 20th century, a powerful local movement rejected the colonial presence emerged, advocating a return to custom. Custom is a broad term that covers a variety of beliefs and practices that are flexible and can change over time. You hear this? Change over time.
Mhm.
So, meaning when they first got there, these people might didn't even believe this. It was
Mhm.
it was, it was tricked into believing this. It's passed down through stories and teachings, and it's usually not written down.
Wow.
You see this? So
Mhm.
now, why people say, "Why am I talking about this?" Okay, well, I'm talking about this because they're saying a person coming back, right? They saying there's European coming back, right? These people who colonized them, right? Who the else does that sound like?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like what Christian in America. Sounds like the Catholic Christians in South America, the Africans in America. They all waiting for what, a person to come back
Mm-hmm.
because of the colonization. They wouldn't even never know, heard of this people. Okay, God John Frum. Then this is another guy that they believe is supposed to
I
come
think
back.
I think I heard of that Joker.
They think he coming back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So archaeologists who studied the Malaysian tribes speculated Frum might have actually been a real person, most likely a generous century engineer or aircraft mechanic who handed out goods, Hershey bars, or medicine to the locals
Mm-hmm.
during the occupation. Now,
Mm-hmm.
now, why you got to hand out? See, you know why do you got to hand out medicine? Because you brung sickness to them.
Brought sickness to them.
Understand that with the Native American history, understand that when they brung him here, when they came here, people got sick, so they had to give you medicine. They had to
Mm-hmm.
put out medicine. They had to do this. This is one of the reasons that weakened a lot of nations. People don't understand was the sickness that they brought.
Mm-hmm.
No such thing in America. No such thing as a cold, a common cold, measles, whooping cough. None of this stuff existed. This is something that came from another people. That's why they knew the tribes they have now. They call the untouched tribes. They don't let nobody go over there because you go bring a disease. You could wipe out the whole tribe
Mm-hmm.
just by coughing on them. Okay.
Crazy, right?
Yep. Perhaps he even identified himself as John from America. Others speculate that Frum may instead be a composer of personal, several personal from the air base, personnel from the air base, and even a hodgepodge of American icons and architects types, including Uncle Sam, Papa, and Santa Claus. Oh shit! Some suggest that the Malaysian variation of Frum, whatever his name is, actually predates the Second World War and may be based on some unknown charitable Westerners that visited the island by the ship in the decades before World War II. Regardless, Frum worshippers still herald that God as the Almighty King of America.
Mm-hmm. That's why they call him God. John from God.
Each year of February 15th, the notes mark their bodies with the letters USA and march in hopes that Frum will return. The entire religion, which is now more of a Christy tourist attraction than anything else, also formed the basis of homegrown nationalist political party that celebrates its 50th anniversary in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see the pictures, these people walk around in U.S. Army forms, writing USA on them, waiting for a man to come back from America. I don't know what he's supposed to do when he come back, but waiting for him to come back. All right. How they tried to keep us dumb.
Oh boy.
Miseducation, again, my definition, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Being taught in a way that doesn't benefit a certain people.
Mm-hmm.
Teaching a history of one people and not teaching the history of a other so-called races in class. Teaching false history to deliberately hide the accomplishments of what the other so-called races did in this country.
I
Okay,
want you to read that line again. Read that line again.
the last part:
Mm-hmm.
teaching false history to deliberately hide the accomplishments of what the other so-called races did in this country.
Yep.
So what that means is when they taught you, they didn't teach you your history, they didn't teach you your accomplishments. So what does that do to you? That makes you think you ain't did nothing. That makes you think you ain't
Think you ain't
nothing. That
did
makes you
nothing.
think you
Right.
can't accomplish nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you think the other race was just so much better and so much superior because that's all you heard about.
Mm-hmm.
They told me about the caveman. I had to realize when I came a teenager, I wanted a damn caveman. I'm like, wait a minute, why are they teaching me I'm the caveman? I'm not even I didn't even live in Europe in the cave. So this is what I'm trying to say. So they taught us a lot of other people history, and then they based it and made us think we was part of that history. That's
Mm-hmm.
even crazier.
Sure, to make us look like we the savages and shit.
Yeah. Now
Mm-hmm.
this is another slave interview. So because like I said, we proof around here. Won't let us read. wouldn't let us read.
Mm-hmm.
1936 interview of former slave John W. Fields, age 89. And most of the colored folks was the great desire to read and write. We took advantage of every opportunity to educate ourselves. Most of the plantation owners were very harsh. If we were caught trying to learn or write, and if a white person was caught teaching us, they faced a fine and jail time. We were never allowed to go out of town. Not until I ran away that I knew that they sold nothing but slaves, tobacco, whiskey, and ignorance. Our ignorance was the greatest hold the South had on us. We knew we can run away, but what then? So what he's saying is they tried to read because they tried to tell it. Listen, they tried to tell the history how people was dumb. They tell me we
Mm-hmm.
know in history, ancient history, we weren't dumb. We know before they came and got us, we weren't dumb. But
That's
if I
right.
come and get you and I speak a different language, you speak a different language, and I tell you to read in my language, you can't do it, and I say you dumb. Guess what? You're gonna believe you dumb because
Mm-hmm.
especially after generations down, when you don't understand why about this. So this is how they got us like that because he wasn't. We weren't dumb. We just couldn't read a language you want us to read in. We
Mm-hmm.
couldn't understand what you were saying. We couldn't understand this stuff. So because you stopped us from doing it. But when we tried to learn, you didn't want to us to learn because you knew the power would happen in us learning.
Just imagine if it was the other way around.
Yeah. And his most famous thing he said is, "We know we can remember what then."
Mm-hmm.
Because if I take you to a place, right? If I take you to a place and you don't know where this place is at, that this is for Africans, this is for anybody that say they're indigenous, or anybody say that if I take you to a place you don't know where it's at, right? And you in this big land and you know you can run off this field, but where you going? Because you think in your head, you think all everywhere is like this. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where you gonna run to?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the things like the Underground Railroad was created because they allowed these people to understand and know our people to understand and know that it's somewhere that you can go to and we can get you there.
Mm-hmm. And a key
So
thing is if we can get you there.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Now I want to. Now what I did is what I do is I'm going to the beginning of it when they did towards the slavery. Then I try to go into later form and then I go into the modern form. So this is uh this is talking about a little later, right? So
Mm-hmm.
African American historians of education and Grotz Craft, a historiography, Cambridge University Press. The history of African American education represents the you know this word right here.
Quintessential.
Quintessential. You know how to talk.
Quintessential. Quintessential.
Quintessential struggle for freedom and equality in the United States. From the time Africans landed on the shores of America in 1619 to the present, blacks have fought epic battles for the freedom to learn. Footnote:
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
historical fight for black education and schooling is embodied in black pursuit of literacy. During slavery, their establishment of school in the postbellum period,
Mm-hmm.
and their quest for optimal educational model. Across time, blacks petitions have addressed uh, equitable educational funding, the right to develop their own education in schools, the ability to attend school where they wanted, and the employment of African American teachers of principles. Black educational striving are historical and well as contemporary, as
Mm-hmm.
the struggle to obtain equitable educational access to opportunities continues. Now, this is just talking about the all the stuff we had to get to learn our education, even after slavery. We still had to fight to be in schools to learn and get education that we needed. Now, my
Mm-hmm.
mama told me something. My mama told me something before she passed. Right, we were talking about you know how some camps and some people say, "Hey man, we you know our ancestors want to mess us up because they left. They wanted to go join the white schools and stuff like that." You know, I know you heard people say that. Now,
Mm-hmm.
my mama has told me we never wanted to go into them schools. She said we was in our schools, but our books was bad. They was beaten down. They was outdated. Our
Mm-hmm.
classrooms wasn't good. Our teachers wasn't good. So we asked for better education, and we seen that education in their schools. So
Mm-hmm.
they didn't want to give us that education. They didn't want to give us updated books. They didn't want to fix our schools. So they told us to come to their school. And when
Mm-hmm.
they came to their schools, when they got us to go to their schools, they tricked us because now we ain't learning our history anymore. We're not learning Black history. We're not learning how to survive as Black people. We're learning under them now.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And most of the time, the first people that was going to these schools had to fight just to be respected in these schools. My mama was spit on. My mama was she told me all type of things that happened when she went to first try to go to these type of schools. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
taking away CRT. Now, people don't know CRT is critical race theory, right?
Mm-hmm.
Critical race theory is them bringing up, the racial history and things that happen. Now, a lot of these parents and stuff, like here in Virginia, they've got it banned from school, right? Because they don't want to see this history. They don't want to see their grandparents put up, because a lot of their grandparents, a lot of their great grandparents are going to be put up in this history.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to try to hide it. They want to they want to hide it and then tell you, oh, it wasn't that bad. They want to tell you it didn't exist.
Yeah,
They
they
want
can
to tell
tell you
you that,
deny it,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
Didn't
they want you
exist.
to deny it because they know. And I'm not saying, like I said, we saying there's certain type of people. They know from history of doing this that after generations they don't care. So
Mm-hmm.
our younger generations don't care about this stuff because they don't really know about it because it's been really hidden from them. And then when
Mm-hmm.
you see the ones that do, you see how mad they get because they're like, "Wow, I didn't know this was going on. I didn't know that happened." You see what I'm saying? I remember I talked to one of my little cousins. Right, I asked what the slave trade was. I mean, the underground railroad was. He told me it was where slaves followed a train track all the way to some freedom. I said, man, how stupid did that sound? You don't think they would have got caught by then? Everybody just followed the train track all the way to the door. Come on there. You know what I mean? I asked them, they didn't know who Marcus Garvey was. They didn't know who Malcolm X was. They didn't know who Joe Ali, Elijah Muhammad. He didn't know none of these people. He knew Little Dirk. He knew all these other. He knew NBA Young Boy. He knew King Von. He knew all of them. He knew their history, what they did. He knew nobody else but these people. That's why our generation is so damaged. Because my generation, we still at least had that historical. We still had that history in us. We still understood. Okay, slavery gave us the religion we follow today. You see the guy right there in the picture?
Mm-hmm.
Megan of a Negro Christian. Y'all go read that book. I
Making
heard
a
about that book.
Negro Christian.
This is from Liberty University. Now, this is a now you know how these people talk now, so we gonna have kind of hard with these words. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Slavery in the United States was supported by individual Christians who skillfully mastered how to manipulate the Bible as justification for slavery Africans and their descendants. Therefore, the examination of the relationship between Christianity and slavery within the United States and the greater Western civilization explores the impact of Christian institutions on African American vestige the let me see, let me put this up. Influence of Christians' relationship with the slavery of all the descendants of enslaved African culture as the parallel societies within the relationship functions. So far, two perspectives have emerged in a study of the existence of such a connection. The first, which may be termed as pro-slavery Christians, examines the stance of which many slaveholders and prominent defenders of slavery accepted slavery in the broadest sense of the term. Their experiences and outlooks may best be seen in their commitment to reducing the value of African Americans while holding Christian morals. Therefore, their rejection of African and his people as a significant offers justification for their desire to utilize Christianity to support their treatment of enslaved Africans and their descendants. Now, what does that mean? If you look up Christopher Columbus' contract that he did, um, they made a deals where these people are savages because they're not Christians or Catholics, right? So you go to them, you tell these people you're going to convert, and if you don't convert, we have a right to take your land because you're a savage. Because you don't believe in our God, so you're a savage to us. So we have a right to destroy you and to make you convert. This is what this means. So once they start converting us, they justified it by saying, "Hey, well they were savages. They was doing this. They was eating each other. They was walking around butt naked. So we helped them. You know, when we gave them Jesus, look what they're doing now. You know, this is what they
Mhm.
mean when they say justification of it. Okay. Additionally, their willingness to justify the cruelty of the particular institution of slavery has defined the experience of Africans, whether enslaved or free. The second school of thought, a term just as broadly anti-slavery Christian, sees enslaved Africans and their descendants as viable believers in the faith that has endured one of the coldest hand of bondage and have been able to fashion themselves into a culture of believers nonetheless. See, 'cause people don't know when they first started bringing us over here, right? They had made a kind of deal when people converted that they would freed a lot of people just because they was Christians.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
then they stopped doing that because they noticed it was going to affect their plantations. So they kind of stopped doing that. They stopped freeing you because of that. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff like that was going on.
Because they ain't want to get involved in doing their own work, lazy
Yeah.
ass.
Now this is me right here standing in front of this is in Jamestown on this rock right here. I mean on this statue right here. It says Virginia
Yes, yeah, at the
Company of
bottom.
London. It says Virginia Company of London. Let me see. Chartered, founded Jamestown, and sustained Virginia 1607 to 1624. So that's why when they tell us this history, these people didn't know they was coming, and these people was all poor. Listen, well, let me say this firstly. The first 500,000 white people came. I'm gonna say about 400,000, 450,000 was poor. Okay,
Mhm.
so when we talking about these slave masters, we talk about at least 20, 30,000 of slave masters out of
Mhm.
500,000 white people. Okay, so when these people came over here, they came over here as a company,
Mhm.
Virginia Company in London. Virginia really is based off of, if I ain't mistaken, the Virgin Queen. Am I right about that?
You're right. You're absolutely
Okay,
correct.
yeah. All right. So this is from Harvard University. The first African captors entered England's North American colonies through Jamestown, Virginia in 1619. For over 200 years, Africans largely from the west coast of Africa were brought to the United States through the slave trade. At first, Christianity made few inroads into an African slave population, which had its own religious traditions. Many white colonists resisted missionizing the enslaved population, fearing that converted slaves would have to be free and treated with the respect that would be accorded to a fellow Christian.
Mhm.
You hear that?
And
Because they said again, if we make these people
Brother McCall
Christians.
said, "What was that?"
Oh, you want? He said, yeah. So yeah, because you're right. So because what they said is, hey, we make these people Christian. We can't treat them like this no more because they're brother, they are a brother Christian. How can we be
Mhm.
and go by our laws and morals and we do this to our old brother? So you know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So then they say, hey, well, let's not make them Christians so we can treat them bad. You know, that's how Christians
And that's why they had to start. That's why they had to start removing certain books and stuff out of their famous book they whipped that ass with.
yeah, the first a great awakening led many enslaved people to the United States to convert to Christianity. Through the 18th and 19th centuries, um, distinct black churches emerged seeking autonomy from white Christians. These
Mm-hmm.
congregations grew into dominations, and many thrive in the present day. They have served as homes to various political and religious movements, including Black nationalism and liberation theology.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this what I don't like. All right, I don't like to the point where they try to make it seem like these black people thrive because they were Christians. No, these black people use Christianity to thrive. So y'all get that right. Okay, they use the benefits that they had to uh, to to help the people. So don't
Mm-hmm.
think that oh because they became Christian that oh somehow we became better people. That's not what happened. This is what this seems like it's trying to say, and that's not no.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay, I got one more. So I wanted that. Okay. All right. 1936 interview of former slave William Moore, age 82. Some Sundays we went to church, and a white preacher always told us to obey your master, work hard, and sing. When you die, you go to heaven. Tom Marsh didn't mind singing, but he bet not catch you praying. Marsh
Mm-hmm.
been dead for a while. I believe he's in hell where he belongs. We used to sneak and pray that somebody someday, uh, uh, he someday this yoke will be lifted off our shoulders. Because a lot of people at the time when they start reading the Bible, what they did do, they seen the people in Israel and how they was a slave in Egypt and stuff like this, and
Mm-hmm.
they said, "Hey man, this sounds exactly like us." So they
Mm-hmm.
started comparing that stuff to themselves a lot. So that's why when you hear them talking, they talk about the Exodus, leaving from the, you know what I mean, the strange land. They say stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so this right here is showing you this is like again slave interviews. This is not something I put there. This is a person who was interviewed who was a slave in 1698, who was in on plantations in 1965.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he's telling you they didn't want you to pray. You can go sing. You can do all this other stuff. Just don't pray
Mm-hmm.
because everybody knows prayer has power to it.
You know, you can
You know what I'm
sing, you can dance, you know what I'm saying? You can eat all the macaroni and cheese you want, but you can't pray, boy.
saying? Yep. My outro. When Moses came down with the laws, it was to set us apart from Egyptian culture. Same moves have to do today because slavery is not just physical. When your people are enslaved for generations and inherit the master culture, you start to think the culture is yours. If them laws and commands were never established by Moses from Yah, then it would just be another Egyptian idol worshiping system. Now, what I mean by that, when they left about Egypt, they had to de-Egyptize themselves. I don't know if that's a word, but they had to de-Egyptize themselves. Meaning, if when they left, what did they do when they first got there? Moses went up the mountain for him to destroy the first commandments. What did they do? They started worshiping bulls and stuff. They started
Mm-hmm.
turning stuff to idols because this is what they knew in Egypt.
Yep.
So
Yep.
if he wouldn't have came and established these laws and told you what not to do and what to do, they would have just been another Egypt town worshiping idols again, and God would have just punished them. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why he established these laws and Egyptized them. That's why a lot of stuff people say it came from Egypt. Some of the no, a lot of these stuffs are universal, meaning other than Egypt had it too. Mesopotamia had some certain laws. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
everybody didn't want you to kill everybody. Of course, certain people didn't want you to mess with their wives. But
Mm-hmm.
when we established the incest laws,
Mm-hmm.
because pharaohs did that. King Tut, mama and father was sisters. Okay, because some of the dynasties believed in blood or the pure bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying is certain things that we do have that no other. We are the only people that call ourselves gods as a nation. No other people say that. Egyptian calls the pharaoh the god. Other
Yeah.
ones had deities. We are the only nation that said we are gods on earth because we are children of the Most High. That's why I tell people, everybody, I tell people, "What's up, God?" And they look at me
Mm-hmm.
like I'm crazy because you are a child of the Most High. You're a
Child
God.
of the Most High. Yeah.
Psalms 82:6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I land my case right there. If anybody got any questions, want to say anything?
So I mean, it's up to you. I could put the link in the chat. I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
did a
put
hell of a
it
job. Perfect timing, almost an hour and everything. I
in.
mean, I'm gonna put the link in the chat anyway. You know what I mean? We
Thanks,
got.
Smash the Idol. You say you
Mm-hmm,
killed this.
mm-hmm. Anybody wanna pop on? You could pop on for a few minutes. You know what I mean?
I said
Say,
looks like one of my pops stepdad people joined. Yeah, peace to the gods, peace God. You know, we made that. We made that. Don't let these people act like they created this stuff. We made it.
mm-hmm, yeah. All right, all right. Well, yes, this is the way it is. Gotta thank brother Bo Channel for coming in here. You know, that's good that you come through. Ab Yasin, I see you had to change your name for whatever reasons. You know, they on you. They on you, huh? Gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah, and y'all stay tuned, man. I got a lot of more information for our people, man. I'm gonna do the I got black agents. How they
Mhm.
set up Marcus Garvey.
Oh, that's gonna be good.
I'm gonna talk about Martin Luther King Jr. How they killed him, his brother, and his mama.
Oh
I'm gonna
man.
speak on how they set up the Black Panthers and they set up Malcolm X. They're the same bodyguard that set up Malcolm X set up the Black Panthers, and he was an agent.
Wow. Mhm.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna show. So I got a lot of man, I got a lot of deep stuff that we can go. You know, we can go down a rabbit hole. You know,
Mhm.
I got the slavery in Virginia, the biggest slave holding cell called Lumpkins Jail. So yeah, got a lot of stuff. You know, DOA. I know he working on some stuff. So hey, stay tuned, man. We coming. We
Mhm.
really trying to educate the people.
Yeah. Smashing Idol. Thanks for showing up. Brother Vicar, Emerson World. You know you always welcome. I'm just going back scrolling through, and all those that showed up and gave you a part. That's how we like to do it. We
Yeah,
like to
thank y'all
build
for
like
doing
that.
it, man. Yeah,
Hmm.
I try to not to make my presentations long and boring. You know, I
Hmm.
try to get straight to the point, educate. You know, mine was right on the dot. Though. It's crazy though, but I won't
Hmm.
expect it to be
You
right. It
you
was
find
right on
there
the
was a
dot.
there was a heathen that came in there, in the chat. I ain't post his crap because he was garbage. Named
Oh,
Wesley
really?
Curry. Yeah, Wesley Curry the second. Bomb. All right, smashing
Yeah,
idol. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah. But I banned the guy, Wesley Curry too. You don't have to worry about it, brother. You
Yeah,
won't see this
I want to
this
say, man,
platform no
real
more.
quick, bro. Oh damn, I can't even hear myself.
Mhm. No, you good.
Yeah,
You was good. Yeah, you was crisp. You muted yourself just now though. You got unmute.
oh
Unmute.
yeah. Only thing I wanted to say was, you know what I'm saying. I just wanted to, I wanted to. All right, see, it's a big ass delay. My bad, y'all. I just wanted to say real quick to Eric, bro. My hats off to you, bro. You know what I'm saying. That was stuff right there that nobody can refute, man. You know what I'm saying. So my hats off to you, bro. That's it.
It's all good. It's all good. But anyway, smashing out. You're welcome to always come on the show. You know that, and you're welcome
thank you,
always to
bro.
handle
I
that gallery
appreciate
out
that.
there. You know what I mean? Well, put it like this. This was the
Yeah,
first episode of, like I said, Impact today.
yeah. You need
You
to
know,
make us a specific song. You
well, we got Smashing Out on here. He might, what I'm saying, he might do something for us with that.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I got some in the motion.
yeah, yeah. That's what I say. You need to make a song special for us.
Hmm.
Okay.
That could be done too. That could be done too. Y'all were willing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
hey, look, y'all been going crazy this week. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they better step it up. You feel me? Okay.
Mhm. Oh, got brother Yasin. Hey, Shalom, Shalom, brother.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
We got you.
Oh, nah, I think he
Peace,
lost his
y'all.
signal.
Peace.
Yeah, he lost his signal. Yeah.
Hello?
Oh, there we go.
Yo,
There you go.
what's up? My bad. I'm looking crazy. My bad.
That's all right. That's all right. You ain't looking
I
bad.
know, right?
Hmm.
Hey, man. I want to say,
Yeah, yeah.
appreciate.
So
Hmm.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, you still here.
Oh, okay. I want to say I appreciate y'all, boys. You know, I learned a lot from you since I've been fucking with you. My bad. Since I've been messing with you, I done learned a lot. You know. But I was saying you're dropping the videos too fast, bit, bro. Cause
Okay, I see with the luck.
um,
You might got to.
I try to go back and I try to go back and analyze the
Keep talking.
videos and try to keep up. I try to keep up
Mm-hmm.
and I can't keep up with them. You know what I'm saying? And but I'm still stuck on David too. You know, cause I had wanted to know is he the son? Was he the son of Jesse? When we were talking about David, the Messiah.
Yeah, you talking about the real David, not that mascot these New
Yeah,
Testament
yeah,
fruit nuts come up with. We ain't talking about that guy. You know
yeah. I've
better
been
than that.
grow. Yeah, I've been grow that. I call that right there. I call that elementary, bro. You know that's Christian. I'm pretty sure that's everybody based religion. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
them boys to the elementary, man.
Yeah.
I'm like in middle school, like in the seventh grade. You know, so I'm still learning.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, well, we're gonna try to do the best we
Yeah,
can do.
that's
I
what's
mean,
up.
we
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 all still
starting to,
learning, man. Y'all.
we're starting to build, a bigger, better platform. Especially Torah only. We just
Yeah,
we need it anyway.
strictly Torah only, man. Because that y'all life, them dudes there, man. I don't know what they doing, bro. Because in
I mean,
Isaiah, like I was saying, in Isaiah, he been gave it. It said gonna be earthquakes, and they're gonna build up everything. Ain't no earthquakes going on in Africa, man. What you talking about that? He got his own
yeah,
agenda going.
you
Now,
know,
I
Um,
think
man.
our people just be, I think our people just be, for any type of way, period, they gotta have some type of way to listen to our enemy, bro. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? If
Mm-hmm.
they pull up right
Yeah.
now, I ain't. I'm gonna say this. Somebody took something from second. Well, you got Torah only people taking things like First Chronicles 29:29, and they see a book of this and a book of that, and then we ain't got no book, but they got PDFs, and now this is supposed to be part of the scriptures. And I,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like our
Yeah.
people just, just like the presentation Eric was bringing out, you know what I'm saying, the effect of slavery on today, you know what I'm saying, and the
Mm-hmm.
more that
Yeah.
and more knowledge do increase, you know what I'm saying, we got to be careful because we'll pop up on some information, then you know what I'm saying, we sitting there at a crossroad, you know what I'm saying.
well, you know how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying. If it ain't come from the Hebrew text, you know what I'm saying. It's pretty
Mm-hmm.
much garbage. You know what I'm saying. Cause that's all that the Most High we gave Moses. You know what I'm saying. The Torah. And that's all the secrets that we speak about. Everything that we going through, anything in life or whatever, is right there in that Torah. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying.
Everything is
So
right there. Yep.
So we don't gotta look
Absolutely.
for no secrets about
Yeah.
the sky and the giants and all this mess with these with the Ra and the Egyptians and the monk and all this right here. I'm like, bro, it's right there. The same little
Yeah.
Bible saying that the people had us slaves, bro. What the hell you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck y'all
Mm-hmm.
want to talk about this, man? About the pyramids. I said, bro, all that bullshit that ain't none of our business, bro.
None of
I
our
be
business.
I be trying to
I
tell
said we've been
people,
around way before the pyramids and all that.
I be trying to explain to our people something real simple. In Isaiah 34:16, it literally says, "Seek ye out the book and read, and none of these things shall fail." Then this is the breaker. It's like our people don't get it. It says right after that, and none shall want her mate. Let's
Mm-hmm.
talk about the book. So
Mm-hmm.
when you go to the New Testament, that's a mate because you can't do anything with that New Testament without the Torah. So I be
If you
Man,
trying
gotta
to
if you gotta take a shit, you can do something with it.
yep. You need some rolling. Unit chain gang need some rolling paper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what to do with it.
for sure, for sure.
1,024 sheets.
For real. But
Yeah.
on a more serious note, you know what I'm saying? The Most High, even though we over here in bondage still, in modern day bondage, and with the education, like this internet and everything, I'm against it, but I'm with it too because I ain't gonna lie, bro. Since I done, had time, and going through my studies and everything, and get back with my family and stuff, and I done learned a lot, like a whole freaking lot, like I don't know. It scares me, bro, because a lot of stuff that I go through my past study notes and everything, and DOA, bro, it's kind of funny, bro. You come right back, it like you have a podcast about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like all this, and I don't know, bro. I just feel like it's awakening, and we getting smarter and smarter, and that
Yeah,
stay focused, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay true to y'all. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like he promised to stay true to us. You know what I'm saying? And I really be trying to push the Cedrigen. You know what I'm saying? And the like with the name Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
They come find out. This motherfucker. I used to call Yahweh. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
All praise, that I done learned the name. But come to find out, man, it's a motherfucker named Willem. Willem here, German.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, looking through my notes, trying to get his name right for. I can spell it out for you guys, in case anybody wanna. But yeah, his name Willem. Gen. Oh my bad, I'm trying to get my book. And he the one that started that Yahweh mess in the 16th century.
Mm-hmm.
And all the rest of them, and King James and everybody, the last one followed suit with him and with calling them Jah and Yah and all this.
Yeah.
yeah. He started what you call the Yahweh movement. If you want to go back into ancient time of the Yahweh, look up the Sashu people.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared on all that right now, bro.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, bro. I got what I
hmm
need though, cause I don't want no distractions, I don't want nothing. My heart set,
yeah,
where
yeah.
is that? You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
Okay. Well, I
yeah.
mean, well, I'm just saying it was if the Sashu people are the people that brought the Yahweh into like if you go into like the Egypt and stuff. So I was showing that like Yahweh was in certain places because of it's different. Because it was the YHWH. So these people are just trying to put letters between each other, but they trying to take this deity that was from another people and try to put it on us. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why I tell because a person got mad at me about that. He was talking about yeah, the Israel God was Yahweh, and I said, man, Yahweh was worshipped in Canaan, and the Sashi people was the first people to ever say Yahweh
Oh,
in Egypt. So I'm just
uh,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
okay, I follow
it's
you
Well,
now.
we gonna definitely touch on the study on that because my next big topic is Esau.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm
And when
down
I
with
talk
that.
about Esau, we're gonna
Yeah,
learn a lot.
Yeah,
I ain't
but
even,
Esau no more, dog. They Edomites now. They the Saudi Arabia Arabs now, bro. I
That's
think.
why I'm saying we're gonna touch on them so much that it's gonna be like a lot of things that the world be stating about them. We're gonna bring it to light.
Yeah, I'm trying to
okay,
find. I'm trying to find this verse for. I mean, well, I got. It's two things I want to share. Um, we can still talk while I look for it. It's two things I want to share. I want to share the verse that's saying the thing that's where secrets belong to Yah and everything that's revealed through Moses. You know what I'm saying? That's for us in our generation only.
Mm-hmm.
And um, that's what I wanted to show. Oh, and the dude, the Yahweh dude who started the Yahweh and who invented the Jehovah and all that. They're two different dudes, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but the dude name is
yeah,
Willem. Is Wilhelm. That's his first name. The last name is Gesenius.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay,
yeah, that dude right there, I guess the one that put the vowels in it in the first beginning or whatever, because he tried to do some Hebrew grammar there. But we can't trust them crackers though, bro, because
yeah,
already they done bamboozled us and everything. Got us speaking this fucked up ass spellbinding language. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And then, I mean, and it should be in all of us. You know what I'm saying? That it's conspiracy or some kind of deception against people of color. You don't even got to be a fucking black person no more. Like literally, if you can be a Chico and you dark skin, you know what I'm saying? It's something
Mm-hmm.
against you. I'm down
Yeah.
here in South Florida. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a melting pot here, bro. You gotta be
mm,
bilingual and all.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well,
that's what I wanted to share, though.
yeah,
My bad. That's what I wanted to share
yeah.
about
Y'all
the
going through it
Yahweh
down there, I
dude.
know.
no,
That's what
it's
I
all
wanted to
good.
share about the Yahweh dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
All
Thanks for the
good.
information, man. Thanks for the information.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and the dude for the camp, you know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
Elwood dude that came in 1960, and that ISUPK and all that, or Yahweh. They came in the 1960s and they came back up. They call them
Mm-hmm.
Alba Vans, Bavin, whatever.
Apple
Mm-hmm.
Bibbins.
Aaron Bevins.
Yeah,
After Vivid.
yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I was
And
gonna join as you became like 2014, so yeah, I kind of know about them a little bit.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but
Hey,
shit, I was
I
down
just
here. I
wasn't
was
late.
down here with Yahweh being Yahweh, bro. You know what I'm saying? But them boy was stepping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, it's a bunch of Yahweh down here, but it's like, bro, it's like a lot of been misguided. None, we ain't like them counts. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
know, when, yeah, with
Yeah.
all that right there, when they French is wrong and lying to people talking about they do that to suck them in and talk to them and everything and always they man, that's why I got banned. That's why I can make another account, bro.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another thing
I mean,
too,
cause
bro.
I
We
yeah,
can't.
cause I yeah.
Another thing too. I mean, not no secret society or nothing, bro. We can't be sparing our knowledge with these niggas, bro. Bro, these niggas ain't right, bro. I mean, you feel me?
You doing
For
right? They
real,
not.
bro.
They not
Nah,
right.
that's them house niggas that help them people in bond us and shit. That's why I call them
Mm-hmm.
niggas. I call them if they some kin of Israel, but they some kin of Esau. They on Esau side, bro. For real. But the way they
Yeah.
be talking and all that, they talk like they some kin somebody a Joe wife or some shit. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? They talk like don't. And then niggas go snitch on me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to help him. You know what I'm saying? As I thought. So, and that's the thing too, bro. We can't show our rashness, man, to these niggas, man, because they ain't gonna do nothing but, and all us got to pass through the fire, you know what I'm saying?
All of us. All of
All of
us.
us, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
let's hope that, you know what I'm saying, the truth be pure as gold and we can,
Mm-hmm.
withstand that
Yeah.
fire. Like, I got
Yeah.
faith, you know what I'm saying, through all the conspiracy.
Yeah. Well, put it like this. I want to
Folks
say.
get
I
crazy.
want. I want to say it's a good thing that you guys came on here. I love this. I want to see you guys come on more. You know what I mean? I mean, I like it in the gallery too, but I like to see the interaction in person. You know what I'm saying? We got to make this. We got to make this thing like big.
Yeah, what I was thinking too, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna
Yeah.
be DOA, be a part of DOA, we could come out with schedules and maybe get on more often.
Hmm.
But with the video DOA, bro, we gotta hold them down, bro. We can't get them too much. We got to hold them. We got to when we talk, we can go live talking about serious stuff, but when we ready, we gotta hold them down because can't get them niggas the knowledge, bro. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you're right.
saying? Yeah, we gotta take their word through the fight. We gotta beat it in them. That I mean,
Hmm.
I got scriptures and stuff from the studies and in my classes. I got, you know what I'm saying, to beat that Christian up out of them. You know what I'm saying? I can beat up out of them if we can get them on here to talk. If we get them on here to talk, bro. All the part where this man talking about he the Lucifer and everything and all this, right? I got a whole bunch of notes and everything. But like I said, I don't know everything, but I'm still growing, bro. That's why I appreciate you because the platform y'all guys run and how you do it, bro. You give a nigga a fair chance to kill to hang themselves, you feel me?
Hmm.
I ain't gonna back with
Yeah,
you, bro.
yep.
I ain't trying to be like arrogant or nothing, but I ain't met not one person that believe in that book yet, bro. I'm talking about. I done took on 2, 3 people on their own platforms at a time. They still couldn't touch me. So we can go there with them anytime.
Hmm.
Yeah, but that's why I use the Bible, bro. That's to prove the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't
Yeah,
know, but for my personal, you know what I'm saying, faith and everything, you know what I'm saying, I go with the Britain, if it ain't written in the Old Testament, everything, I gotta
Hmm.
keep it real with my forefathers, bro, 'cause
I
it all
like
make
that.
the timeline makes sense, dog, with all the conspiracy BS gonna happen and everything. That's why I was
Hmm.
saying about the dude with the timeline. He talking about back in the days and the ships and I mean and the ocean was already, bro. Everything was one back in the days. You know what I'm saying? We were one
Hmm.
continent. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So if you're gonna talk about biblical time, talk about the one continent. And through my study, that's how I find out that all of us on one gave me the thought that all of us on one good continent when I did my studies about the what Moses son Japut. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And that's how I learned that all of us and everybody else, you know what I'm saying, pretty much on the west coast of Africa is from Japut. And he said south from him. Yeah, you're right. But he got to remember that the continents can't split apart, came back together, and split apart again. And
Mm-hmm.
he missing that part, you know what I'm saying? So wait, they all said what them guys, New Life guy was doing, bro, you going too fast, bro, cause it's supposed to be a mass destruction going down,
Mm-hmm.
and I ain't gonna get into it, but supposed to come down and kill whoever the Israelites who ain't gonna be touched. I was right here
Mm-hmm.
before. Then he gonna bring us all into one nation for us to be judged.
Key word. He gonna do it.
Yeah,
He gonna.
yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
real.
But
Yeah.
I like to give everybody some exposure. That's the real deal with that. You know what I mean? And they did what they was doing. I understood it, but some of it, I had to say no, brother, no.
And what's crazy, bro, all that right there was just off common knowledge through my travels. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They ain't had to go like dig up nothing and go do this. That was like common knowledge, like, bro, what you saying, bro? You trying to push your plan, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, Isaiah already told us what's going on, bro, over there in the I don't want to say it on live. Can you mute them? Can you mute who are who? How you can tell who in the gallery?
Well,
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 it's a place where land developing that right now through the earthquakes and all that. The Most High, you know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So and it's gonna be filled with gold and everything. We supposed to our duty, dog. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to go over there and extract the gold out of the land and build. You know what we're supposed to build. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that's on another note, and probably years from now, you know, because our day way different from y'all day.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
but
Hey,
Well,
yeah.
we got
Hey, yeah,
Pacific
DOA.
Specimen.
I just wanted to say before I get up, I just want to say, you know what I'm saying, y'all been on fire, you know what I'm saying, keep up the good work. You know what I'm saying, may the most high bless y'all, keep y'all perfect peace, man.
mm-hmm.
Y'all blessed,
Hey,
bro.
Yep.
Smash United.
All right,
Shalom, shalom.
brother Eric, take us out, brother.
yeah, thank y'all for watching, man. You know, like I said, I got more stuff coming. The black agents that killed Marcus Garvey. You know how they killed the Martin Luther King and his brother and sister. Mother and church. How they set up. You know how they killed the Black Panthers and these same agents took down Malcolm X. I'm gonna speak on black I'm gonna speak on I'm gonna speak on mental health too. You know what I mean? The traumas and stuff that we going through amongst our people,
Mhm.
and the things that we facing, and how a lot of that stuff is coming from child trauma. And we go into more history, man. It's about waking our people up, but then we got stuff that go help y'all create presentations,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
showing you the fallacies, stuff like that, how to do sources, how to show
Research
sources,
techniques.
research
Mhm.
techniques, and then we got some, then we trying to get this tournament thing going. We trying to get this debate stuff going too, where people, come and debate.
Friendly fire debate. Friendly
Yeah,
fire.
yeah. Friend, if I don't get scared, y'all don't get scared. So
Hey,
y'all
Brian,
come
you gotta
on.
bring. Hey, you better bring the right book, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
it, bro.
yeah,
Bring the right book. If it
yeah.
ain't written in Palo, if it ain't written in Palo Hebrew, Palo or translated to the Britain, which I know I'm good with. You know what I'm saying? You come with that, bro. You come with the Queen James. It's like, all right, dog, we're gonna listen. I know I'm gonna listen, because a person come up here talking about the devil, bro. I swear I just sit here and listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Let's get what I can get from him. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
know, I know it ain't going. It's all vanity, dog. Everything we're doing is vanity, dog. Put us focus on one thing, bro. One
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
thing on, bro. We gotta really like stay in that book of Isaiah, bro, and figure out what's going on with the prophecy, bro, and get out. But the
That's
why I
right.
say not too, no, I say not too, we're not supposed to go to Africa right now, bro, cause people gonna kill our ass over there, bro. Them people jealous of us, bro. You niggas might go to Africa, like, bro, what the hell you even thinking about? You know what I'm saying? We look different, everything different about us, bro. What the hell, you feel me? Yeah, like brother said, all black people ain't kinfolks or whatever you said.
All skin folks ain't kin folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real, man. But I appreciate y'all, man. I ain't finna talk your ear off, 'cause I can talk about this like all day, bro. I ain't gonna even lie.
All right. All right. Brother
Peace
Eric,
out. Yeah,
peace
peace out.
out.
Oh, damn. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Oh
All
no,
right, we're
I'm
gonna
just
close
happy.
out.
Yeah, but peace out. We're just closing out on. Like I said, we gonna have more stuff. We gonna have more, biblical stuff. We're just getting started. So y'all come and join. Peace to everybody that was in the chat. Peace to the people that came on the panel. We out.
All
That's
right,
right.
one more thing.
Yeah.
All right, one more thing. And I don't know about the ancestry and all that right there, but if you can get your anybody from 1920 or 1909, I got websites and everything. You know what I'm saying? Just in case if people got land, you know what I'm saying? I need the websites and everything and tell you how to go about it. You know what I'm saying? Not getting the land, but tell you how to go about searching and do what you got to
Mm-hmm.
do.
All right.
And they really giving us the land, bro. Giving our land back, bro.
Get our land back.
They giving
All
it
right.
back, bro. Just gotta have that paperwork
Yep.
right. But
All
I got
right.
links to everything, but I'll share later.
All right. Peace out.
Peace
Shalom.
out.
Shalom.
Could this
Love.
be here will make you reminisce? Sitting back, pondering, wondering if this really it. I'm really it. Everyone told me since I was just a jit that I would make a difference. Like instantly started making hits. July 25th, moms and pops received the gift. That was me, the golden child, the black sheep. Now I'm grown and proud. Pops died, I was 12 or 13. Turned the crib at 13. That was some niggas' worst dream. Older sis was 16, older brother was 19. I looked up to him, I felt he taught me the right thing. I was skipping school and hanging all night on that night scene, flipping packs, stealing cars and breaking in houses for nice things. Future looking blit, paps colder than ice cream. Mom's throwing fits and I'm fighting and serving crack fiends. Where I'm from, you either the hustler or the doer. Had a fetish for cash and too much pride to be a doer. But don't get it twisted, I seen them hustlers turn to doers and doers turn to hustlers. That's the life in the sewer. My granny is my rock, she knew her grandbabies was rulers. So I'ma forever show my respect I ever knew ya. Hallelujah. To God. Allah. To God.